Peace. Mm, mm. Happy now, of course. Now is the vibrate. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now. Right now, man. I want to speak on this Lapis Lazuli. Oh, we gotta get up close and personal with the camera. Hope I ain't got no boogers in my nose. Little lapis. Matter of fact, you see the little gold specks is like little pyrite specks. As a matter of fact, right now is a very important time to be expressing ourselves. Just in general, expressing our soulful selves and expressing ourselves in a truthful manner. And I when I started wearing my lapis the other day again, and I started feeling the vibration of how much it really does, help you to express the truth and help you to express yourself just in general without biting your tongue. Like Lapis Lazuli really allows you to let everything flow as far as like you won't bite your tongue on anything, but at the same time be truthful, and have like a magnanimous vibration to that truthful expression. But I can't say if anybody looking for a stone that, where you're trying to express yourself on a truthful manner, Lapis Lazuli is definitely the crystal for you, you know, which I'm gonna go through a few other little facts about Lapis. Matter of fact, Lapis Lazuli is great for your Metatronic shield. You know what I'm saying? Metatron shield is, matter of fact, which I'll post a video where I explain it in another video. But it's basically like a combination of crystals that you wear that gives you like it maximizes the level of protection within your aura. Like, out of most stones and crystals and their other combinations, is one of the strongest combinations to use in order to stop your aura from leaking and stopping and protecting your aura, making it very hard for it to, catch rips and tears in it. But it's definitely good for that. Uh, it's also a stone. Good for Sagittarius, Libra, and Pisces as far as like the signs that it deal with. Because I'm one of the people too, certain stones do kind of go with like the zodiac signs, and then it goes with a certain month, you know what I'm saying? And which for the most part, most of them really do resonate with those, those zodiac signs. But in some cases, things could be different. Because say, for instance, I'm a Capricorn, and I resonate with it strong myself, but with all those zodiac signs, it's just saying that that zodiac sign would probably really benefit from it. Because, say, for instance, if Lapis is assigned to a certain zodiac sign, that may mean that zodiac sign needs a little aid in expressing itself truthfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, that stone would be, assigned to that zodiac sign. But anyway, good for Sagittarius, Libra, and also Pisces. And basically, Lapis Lazuli is like a satellite with pyrite specks. And in essence, satellite is just like lazurite and calcite. You say like a white calcite, and lazurite is like a blue color. And basically like a satellite with pyrite in it. So you also got that prosperity vibration of pyrite within the lapis. So it gives off you know, kind of a confident, matter of fact, grounding energy, analytical energy to it in essence, but just definitely deals with abundance and prosperity. Matter of fact, lapis lazuli was a stone worn by a lot of the pharaohs, and matter of fact, it was very popular in Egypt, Kemet back in those days. Matter of fact, the pharaoh Tutankhamun, 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 Tutankhamun. That's how I like to say Tutankhamun when you break his name down. But in his tomb, they had lapis lazuli. Matter of fact, it was also a stone popularly used by Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, dealing with you know, with Hebrew language, gematria, the Bible, all this about, knowing how strong words is, Yad Hey Vad Hey, you know what I'm saying? Knowing the at first was the word, the Om, you know what I'm saying? So Lapis Lazuli has that connection, with words, basically reminding you of the strength of words. So matter of fact, by wearing lapis, it'll kind of keep you mindful of how strong your words is with manifesting what you getting done and what you're doing. So it's really great for full verbal expression. So if you find yourself being too shy, biting your tongue, you know what I'm saying? It'll really help for you to speak up. Cause like I say, dealing with Lapis, like Lapis won't allow me. Like, and don't think of it like, all right, like the feeling is where it actually making you hurt. But the personification of wearing Lapis is like, say for instance, if you hear you in a setting and for 1 minute you decide, oh, like I'm not gonna express myself. No, that Lapis gonna stop that thought from going back down your throat and inside and say, nope, you're gonna express that. That thought ain't going nowhere but where it's supposed to be expressed. You know what I'm saying? Lapis really stops you from biting your tongue. I could honestly say, like, well, when I got Lapis on, it's like one of them things where, all right, no matter how this may come off, I will express this, right now. Like this needs to be heard, and I will not swallow this thought. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna learn today, basically. Like the vibration, you're gonna hear from it today. You're gonna learn today. But it's definitely strong at making you verbally express yourself. You know. Matter of fact, it helps for clear, truthful expression. And there's matter of fact, so not only with expressing yourself, because anybody could just express myself, but expressing yourself with a true with truth and with a true manner to it, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna really deal with honesty and with your soulful self. Like you know how that ego like lying to itself and just being misleading with the expression, like when you really might be feeling like, all right, this person low key bothering you, but being in your ego and not being spiritual, you just won't even say nothing, or you won't, or you be asked a question, you know, and then you won't answer it all the way real. Like you're gonna kind of like hide a little truth, or you're gonna speak a little truth. Now, see, when you got lapis on, it's gonna make you be all the way truthful. Like how you really feel, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what's gonna come out. Like how you truly, really, really soulfully feel. Not no little bullcorn to serenade somebody's ears, you know what I'm saying? Like just to, oh yeah, let me know you're gonna speak from a truthful place. And matter of fact, that's another reason why too, because a lot of the kings and queens wore lapis lazuli, and think about that, like man, that's a great stone for my, for somebody who's being a leader. Or then, matter of fact, as much as these politics get on stage and be, doing their little tricks, which that's their job and that's what it's set up for anyway. But you know, as much as you see these leaders just talking out the side of their neck, you know, that says a lot that back in the day the leaders used to wear lapis lazuli because that mean they were, really, really truthfully expressing themselves and they wasn't biting their tongue. They were saying what needed to be said and what was the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you could see where and how that stone will resonate. Almost like the people like, almost like, all right, to be our king, you gotta wear this lapis all the time. So you could almost like a truth serum or a truth stone, you know what I'm saying? And I say almost like that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? But because too, I think back to all my videos that I was doing. Matter of fact, and I had chrysocolla, turquoise, and azurite on my chain. Matter of fact, you go look that bluish. I had like a lot of turquoise on it. And if you see any of my videos with when I had that, and then two, you just look at the self-expression of my videos in general and around that time, like I wasn't biting my tongue like, like I was speaking on subjects that was like the elephant in the room that would make people real, real uncomfortable, but it was the truth. Because that's another thing what people don't understand. The truth is the truth. So I don't care if your ego, gets, trampled, by my truthful words. You know what I'm saying? Because matter of fact, your ego to tell your ego to stop lying to itself if you don't want the truth to trample over you. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is gonna be the truth. But yeah, when I had, matter of fact, and speaking of that, if you want like some stones to work synergistically to amplify the truthfulness, and the truthfulness in expressing yourself, combine it with chrysocolla, turquoise, and azurite. And matter of fact, that's like uh, those three stones also deal with copper. They're copper-based stones, because also too, that combination helps you to bring down information, channeling information from the ancestors, in order to express yourself. Like you channel a lot of information and express it. Matter of fact, that's why too, other than the fact of I was way, way healthier at the time too, but like that's why things were certain subjects I ain't need no pen, no pad, or no marks or nothing. Like I was just channeling information, just flowing, and that copper, that electrical energy from the copper was strengthening that connection, you know what I'm saying, and bringing down that information, and it would just come out, truthful, soulful expression. So it's definitely good to combine it with a chrysocolla, turquoise, and azurite, to boost your truthful expression and to boost the connection with the ancestors and expressing things from that realm, you know what I'm saying, from the ancestral realm, of things. But and on metaphysical levels, Lapis Lazuli is good for your dream work. So it's definitely good for putting under your pillow, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to bring back some information of some of your lucid dreams, things of this nature. Lapis lazuli is good for that. Lapis lazuli also stimulates the pineal gland, so it will enhance psychic abilities and your imagination, and it will enhance your channeling abilities also. As a matter of fact, and lapis lazuli makes for a good psychic protection stone too. I think in combination with that pyrite inside of it, helps to give like a grounding vibration. Because too, you feeling the high vibrations, so you're bringing in high vibrations, but you're grounded with them. You're not loosey goosey everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you could, like I say, for instance, when certain high vibrations always bring it down, like you just too like like you're not grounded. You know what I'm saying? Like where you just the vibrations just flying out you compared to where you got the high vibrations, but it's not flying out you. It's in you and it's grounded within you. So you could actually use it instead of it just coming in and flying all out and attracting vampires basically, you know. And I guess to the again that and that would make it, that's probably why it's great for the Metatronic shield again, As a matter of fact, but lapis definitely is a stone that was very popular back in ancient times. Matter of fact, said that the part of the Book of the Dead was written on a piece of lapis, kind of like how you got the emerald tablets, by Jehudi or Thoth, and then later when the Greeks get a hold of it, they turn it into Hermes, things of this nature. But it's all the same stuff. That's basically it. And matter of fact, too, I thought about how much too this stone would be a great stone for like any music artists, rappers, singers, people who read and do poetry. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, anybody that invests that values speaking the truth. If you value speaking the truth, then you should definitely get a piece of lapis lazuli. As a matter of fact, also, and if you value protecting your aura, because it is part, like I say, part of the Metatronic shield, and what really helps to, you know, helps to protect you. But yeah, this would be good for people, music artists who will want to express the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some people, want to express a facade and, lie and a certain type of falsehood in their artwork, aka their music, you know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of artists, especially now, because we're all so fully awakening, matter of fact, shout out to Macklemore for that song. My drug dealer is a doctor. Y'all gotta go. I forgot the name of that song, but I gotta plug that in like that. But these artists, truthfully expressing like matter of fact, instead of hiding behind the words or being scared that the Illuminati or somebody gonna cut them off like how they did Tupac and things of this nature. People like, nah, man, it's time for a change. We gotta speak up on these things. You know what I'm saying? So. If you're definitely into music and you want to, drop some truthful, magnanimous, that high vibrational from a magnanimous place, truthful, not biting your tongue, just expressing yourself, because also about truthful expression, it allows us to tell our own truthful story in essence for people to relate to us. You know what I'm saying? Also, because people being able to relate to other people's stories is what really helps a lot of it really brings in a lot of growth. Is when I could hear that, oh, universal frequencies made it through this situation just like what I'm going through right now, so I could make it too. Or this entrepreneur slept 5 days in the McDonald's bathroom, and now he's a billionaire and own all the McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, hearing the truthful expression of other people's stories really, you know, help to boost people's spiritual growth. So I say, and I can't say enough about how much it is for truthful expression. Like if you planning and it's the real matter of fact, the same one and like what was given with obsidian. Matter of fact, in combination with obsidian, woo, talk about prophetic and not biting your tongue and just, what I'm saying, just keeping it real, what I'm saying? Like, how all the people talk, the rappers, all this, keep it 100, keep it 100, which, for the most part, that's just a facade of expression, especially coming from where it's coming from. But, you know, want to keep it infinity? You want to keep it past 100? Get you a piece of Lapis Lazuli, and you're gonna really be expressing yourself, But that's basically it. And then too, on a physical level, though, Lapis Lazuli is good for your immune system, for the thyroid, and the nervous system. Matter of fact, and speaking of that too, just to get into a quick little brush on, like how different stones, like all stones also have like a physical correlation to them, or physical characteristics or things that they help or deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, don't because we've been drowned out with this pharmaceutical era and all these things of thinking that that's the only way to heal yourself physically. But no, a lot of these crystals and stones help things in your body. Matter of fact, it's like basically the quantum interactions of the vibrations of the actual stones in your actual body. Because too, a lot of these medicines, you know, in some cases they might be crushing up like lapis lazuli and all these things and putting it into your xyleptamine and tryptamol and all these little names for stuff that's trying to kill you, you know. But a lot of these medicines, like when I always bring up lithium, like how lepidolite has lithium in it, and they take lithium and crush it up and put it as a supplement for bipolar disorder and mental disorders, things of this nature. But it's just basically like a interaction, quantumly. Everything is a vibration. Matter of fact, the Hermetic principles. It's like basically universal laws. Everything is a vibration, has a vibration. So, whatever vibration of whatever chemicals, you know what I'm saying. Also, crystals will separate them from any rock. Is that crystals have a specific formation or molecular structure. It's just not any kind of thing. Nah, like they actually have a molecular a molecular structure. Matter of fact, that also resonates with the platonic solids, you know what I'm saying, and different sacred geometries and stuff of this nature. So, that vibration, just like matter of fact, the stones, like beryl, any beryl stones, and I think Marganite is one that comes to mind, but like it actually like within the molecular structure of it, it almost has like the flower of life pattern within its structure. So it gives off that flower of life vibration, you know what I'm saying, from you dealing with it. But back on the physical elements, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that's basically how your medicine heals is, the vibration that comes from your medicine. Because even with a lot of things you eat, you know what I'm saying? Like you eating fruits and vegetables, when you eat it, the vibration of life, that electricity or electrical vibration of life that's in it, it interacts with the vibration of your inner being. And then as it, interacts, you know what I'm saying, and everything get extracted, then you get the waste of the physical, you know what I'm saying, all the non-vibrational stuff that was in that material that's not being used, you know what I'm saying. But it's basically an interaction of vibrations on a quantum level, you know what I'm saying? If you're not familiar with quantum, quantum is basically, well, I ain't gonna say quantum like I'm about to explain quantum, but dealing with quantum physics, but basically like things, moving without being like visually visible connected, like how they discover quantum movement was observing the electron, how electrons have a certain orbit to them in the molecule, and they observed that the electron jumped from one orbit to another one. You know what I'm saying? They notice how electrons in general, move quantumly. You know what I'm saying? Carbon, matter of fact, carbon is like, you could say almost like how you could say like a slut of the element kingdom, because it could exchange electrons with almost all elements, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what, everything is doing. Like, basically, a lot of reactions is exchange of electrons, you know what I'm saying? Negative ions, you know what I'm saying? That help boost the serotonin in the body, it helps boost well-being. A negative ion is a element with an extra electron, so it becomes negative in charge. A positive ion is one with, you know, one less electron. So the proton energy is, the positive energy becomes dominant in that element. So, but a lot of this is just dealing with the quantum exchange and interactions of electrons and just vibrations in general, you know what I'm saying? But not to get too deep, man. Go from Lapis to a little, little quantum physics. But that's basically it, man. Again, I'm talking about it's extremely hard to bite your tongue or to lie. Like matter of fact, if you know somebody who lie a lot or something like that, man, slip almost like slipping a Mickey House talking about like pills and stuff like this, but don't, of course, I ain't talking about slipping no Mickey's on nobody, but I'm about to say like slide a piece of Lapis Lazuli in somebody's pocket, or you know what I'm saying, somebody that you know that lie a lot or need to express yourself, whether it's a spouse, a friend, whatever the case may be, slip some old Lapis on them and see how much they start telling the truth, you know. But it's definitely good for truthful expressions, man. It's almost impossible to lie. Matter of fact, like say for instance on your spiritual growth, we be growing out of our ego, but the ego still is there in essence. You're getting rid of it, but like where how in some cases where you would think somebody acts like again like somebody asks you something or expressing something, and with that lapis on, like that ego user be like, all right, I'm not going, because if I express truthfully, then it's gonna do this and that, and your ego just kind of suppress, you know what I'm saying? But when you got that lapis, man, is gonna make that truth, it's impossible to lie. Like you're just gonna be like, man, I gotta keep it real right now. Like I cannot not tell this person that that joke is not funny. Like you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how real it's gonna be. Like you know how matter of fact back again, like where our ego, you know, people pleasing. You know, somebody say something that wasn't funny or you know that you didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, ha, ha, didn't get that. Instead of being like that, you're gonna be like, oh man, like all right. I don't get it, man. Could you say the joke again, or could you, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I really didn't get it. Like, you know, truthfully, I really didn't. You know, instead of like, oh, yeah, you know, and then in your head, like, I didn't really get that joke. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this truth, truth. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why you don't see some of these mainstream rappers wearing lapis. But once some of these artists, you know what I'm saying, like I say, it's great for expressing yourself without biting your tongue. But now I'm beating the dead dog, so to speak. It's truthful. It stops you from lying and it really helps you express yourself. But that's basically it, you know. Y'all go and get y'all a piece of Lapis Lazuli right now, ASAP. Matter of fact, I know a lot of people be asking me, you know, where you get your stones and crystals from? You know, with my move, I basically don't have a designated crystal shop like how I had when I was in Baton Rouge dealing with Coyote Moon. But you know, shout out to my Coyote Moon fam. But you know, out here I'm just been kind of just ear hustling, finding, you know, trying to find different places, but I will start ordering online. I'm just a person that I like to be hands-on when I'm purchasing my stones. But I do believe in the vibration of, or say for instance, my intuition that if I come across something on the internet, my intuition will be like, you know, this is the stone for you, or you know, without me having to physically touch it, because a lot of that part, you know, physically having to be around a stone is almost like spirituality tied into your ego, as far as like you feel like, "Ah, I gotta see and touch all the crystals to buy them, you know, which you really don't. But it's all on what makes you feel comfortable or whatever. But you know, uh, I would say online definitely would be I know healingcrystals.com actually sell crystals, and just from looking at their information, I know they would be pretty legit as far as like the authenticness of their crystals, you know. But which there's other websites and things of that nature too. But definitely get your lapis lazuli today, today. Peace. Happy now. And now is the vibrate. Now's the vibrate, man. Peace.